Hey everybody, welcome back to Almost Sideways, a place for movie conversations. My name is Adam, and this conversation is a couple weeks behind. However, I do want to talk about a film I just watched on Apple Plus. That is called The Gorge, directed by Scott Derrickson. I'm a fan of Scott Derrickson's work. I liked Doctor Strange. I thought the first Doctor Strange was very fun and a unique take into the MCU. And two horror films I really do love a lot, The Black Phone and Sinister. The first one, the second one is garbage. Scott Derrickson is a kind of a visionary director. He has a lot of cool horror stuff and kind of cool magical elements that do appear in the MCU in the form of Doctor Strange. But this film, The Gorge, stars Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, two actors that I also really do enjoy a lot of their films. So, of course, I was intrigued by this premise. And the movie follows Miles Teller's character, who plays Levi, and Anya Taylor-Joy, who plays Drasha. There are two different people in this world that get recruited to sit atop a tower on opposing sides of this giant gorge and basically trying to defend and keep anything that comes out of the gorge at bay and kind of do their base and kind of check on all the going on within their base and make sure their post is protected. But they are required not to communicate with one another. However, curiosity does get to kill the cat, and they do interact with each other, and they kind of fall in love there as well. On paper, this sounds kind of ridiculous. This hardly any speaking and mainly dialogue between two people from across a chasm, and it's a love at first sight type of thing, and having this sci-fi action film with also a romantic twist in it is something that I don't know how it was going to work. However, I found myself kind of really enjoying the vibe of the film, and of course, the two leads, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, do a really good job conveying their emotion and also doing their characters a really good service in the film. And they're charismatic actors, of course. And again, I will specify, I do love a lot of their movies that I've seen in the past, and this is up there. I do really enjoy both of them. I think Anya Taylor-Joy, however, is the standout for me in this movie. I think she is a rising star who is continuing to, her stock in filmmaking is going up and up and up. Every outing she does, she's honing her craft and doing a very fantastic job. And Drasha is a very interesting character. She has this unique backstory here too that I wanted to know more of, quite frankly. I want to know, because it kicks off, the first thing you see is her character, and she's making this impossible sniper shot. So it sets up the tone that both of these characters that we're following are very good at long-distance shots, and there's actually a competitive nature between the two actors here as well. Miles Teller's character is one we do follow for most of the beginning of the runtime before the characters interact with each other. It's awesome to see Miles Teller not doing the kind of quirky comedies. Sometimes they don't work, and I think out of the two actors, I've enjoyed more of Anya Taylor-Joy's work overall. I think a lot of her stuff is really solid. She's always the more interesting character. And Miles Teller, when he's not doing comedies, and sometimes the comedies don't even work. And he's getting a little too older to play the high school kid now, so trying to find his element there, it's been kind of more of a, shifting and trying to get into the perfect role. And I think this role here, a matured sniper, kind of mercenary, kind of doing your own thing, a gun for hire type of character, he plays it really well. And I enjoyed that, where he can use his comedic timing in small doses and doesn't have to rely on carrying a film in a comedy set. I think he still does a really good job with his comedies, but it's been a long time since I've seen one that I've really connected with. Seeing these two actors play off each other, I enjoy that. There is some funny moments between them, and it's a good kind of opening chemistry, and how they actually interact the first time is awesome. However, of course, the big question is what's inside the gorge, and I think that's the big mystery of it all. Is something that's been kept secret in the movie universe for a very long time. In the movies universe, it's been kept a secret for a very long time. Not many people know about the gorge, and they go on 1-year increments. So the person's there, Miles Teller's character is going to be there for an entire year, as well as Drasha as well, Anya Taylor-Joy's. So seeing these two characters kind of explore the world a little bit and trying to uncover the mystery of what's actually going on here is interesting. Of course, there's some fun action sequences with these CGI hollow men, what they call them, that come up from the gorge. And this is where I really feel like this is the worst part of the movie, is when they introduce these people from the gorge. And when we actually do go into the gorge and explore there a little bit, it is clearly the more lacking, interesting part of the story, because the CGI is rather bad. Going into that universe, it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff I would like to explore. I wouldn't mind a prequel about a different person on this outpost to go and what his journey was. But so going into this world, the CGI is pretty noticeably bad. It reminds me of what I Am Legends, the zombies in the I Am Legend, that Will Smith movie. It's like if those people had a baby with Pirates of the Caribbean's characters, Davy Jones's like henchmen, those underwater creatures. If they had a baby, that's what the CGI would be. It's really glaringly bad, and I don't know why they didn't go with some practical effects. Some of it is okay, some of it's really bad. And when they go to the gorge, it's clearly like they're gonna have a purple like hue to the whole world. There's a yellow hue, there's an orange hue. It's interesting, but a lot of the stuff inside the gorge is very CGI heavy. And while the actors do a good job conveying the action in there, and there's some really fun, intense moments in the gorge, I feel like the CGI was really letting the actors down and their performances here. And with the action here, and if the CGI was better, I will say this too. If this movie went to the theater, I would have gone to the theater and watched this as well. I think this would be a really fun popcorn flick to watch on the big screen. The CGI probably have been even more noticeably worse. But seeing it out of my home, it's convenient, but the big screen would have brought this so much more. It would have brought the movie to a bigger audience, and it would also have been a lot, probably more fun and entertaining to see on the big screen, because I think it's definitely worth a lot of the big screen moments there. We have we see Sigourney Weaver pop up in this movie as the eastern side of the United States person, or this secret agent person that has recruited Miles Teller, and she's communicating with him as well. So she pops up here, and she's fine. She's basically kind of like, without saying, you kind of can figure out like there's something going on with that character that's a little more maniacal than what originally meets the eye. The Gorge is directed really well, like by Derrickson. I think he has a good vision. I thought he was able to tie everything together in a way that a plot that shouldn't have worked. This love story between essentially two snipers from different sides of this gorge, and how they interact and kind of fall in love with each other. I didn't know how that was going to work in this sci-fi world, but it actually pans off pretty well, and I think that's a testament to the script and also our two actors, Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. It's a really fun watch. I definitely have it at 3 stars. I would recommend you guys taking a look at this. 3 out of 4 stars, that is. Definitely watch it. It's streaming on Apple Plus, The Gorge. Have you guys watched this film? And if you have, let me know in the comments section down below what you guys thought about the film, because I think this is could be a fun conversation. Would you guys be interested in watching a different person's perspective on The Gorge? I would actually dig like a prequel movie, or seeing somebody else like these two different snipers from a different time period. That would be kind of fascinating. Anyway, my name is Adam. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the channel, and we'll see you next time.